Hello, Grandpa John's story time number 17, reading Ragweed by Avi. He's a great author, and this is book one in the Dimwood Forest series. Chapter 17, Silver Sides. That was your golden mouse again, wasn't it? Graybar asked a seething Silver Sides. The two cats were still sitting beside Clutch's old Ford. Yes, Silversides answered curtly. She was trembling with fury. And it's about the third time he's interfered with you, isn't it? Graybar prodded. Yes. Maybe you're getting too old for this, Graybar said. I'll never be too old to kill a mouse, Silverside snapped. The cat continued to stare at Clutch's entryway in silence. I know whose place this is, Graybar said. Silversides looked around. A mouse named Clutch, sassy as they come. She skateboards and she dyes her head different colors. Silversides turned quickly. Green? I think so. I'll bet she's the one who got in your face at the club. Silversides, who was sure of it, said nothing. Graybar said, Hey, speaking of colors, was that a white mouse I saw? Silversides grunted. Know anything about him? Graybar asked. No, Silversides answered. Suit yourself, Graybar said. Silversides started off. Graybar limped along by her side. That golden mouse? He said with something of a sneer. He's the one who keeps tugging your tail, isn't he? Yes. Well, what are you going to do about it? I don't know, Silversides admitted. I'll think of something. We could have staked out Clutch's place, Graybar suggested. Except there's bound to be more than one way out of that old car. Mice are tricky that way. You can't ever trust them to do what they should do. Silversides grunted again. Hey, you want some dinner? Graybar asked. Got a couple of fish heads no more than 3 days old. A good meal cheer you up. No, thank you, Silverside said. I'm going home. Even as she spoke, she remembered that the girl had said she could not return home until she brought Blinker back, dead or alive. Her teeth chattered with frustration. Oh, what's the matter now? Graybar asked. Nothing, Silversides insisted. I'll see you later, she said and skulked away. Exasperated and angry, feeling that the whole world was against her, Silversides roamed the city. Even so, she soon found herself standing in front of her own house. She supposed she could sneak in through her flap and the girl would never notice. She was probably in school anyway. Eager to get back to her sheepskin and get some sleep, Silversides went to the back of the house and butted her head against her cat door. To her astonishment, it opened only an inch, a space much too small for her to pass through. She banged at it again, but it refused to budge. Suddenly, Silversides understood. The girl must have latched the door from inside. The small opening was meant to allow Silversides not to be able to get in, but Blinker could get in. Completely losing her temper, Silverside smashed her head on the door. All she gained was a headache. Suddenly her rage faded. In its place appeared misery and grief. She saw it all. The 3 mice she hated most had banded together. She had been locked out of her home, kept from her bed of 7 years, for something she had never done. Her own children, her grandchildren had abandoned her. Did they ever think about her? Ever come for a visit? Ever get in touch with her? Never. No one loved or cared for her. She was alone. It was all the fault of mice. It was a conspiracy. Sobs grew within her chest. Tears came to her eyes, then rolled down her round, furry cheeks and fell to the earth. Miserable and forlorn, Silversides lifted her head and cried out a long, loud yowl of woe. Nobody cares for me, she wailed. Nobody! A window in the house flew open. The girl looked out. "Go away, you nasty kitty!" she shouted. "Find Blinker!" As Silversides gazed at the girl, the cat's mood shifted again. Her anger rekindled. She told herself she must put aside all weak emotion. To do otherwise was cowardly, mouse-like. If there was one thing worth living for, it was to revenge herself upon those three mice, the golden one, the white one, and the green-headed one. Once she found a way to deal with them, she would leave Amperville forever. So resolved, Silversides tore the Amperville cat license from around her neck, dropped it at the back door of the girl's house, and marched away with her tail high. And that is the end of chapter 17.